Does God think men are better than women? The simple answer is absolutely not. So why does Christianity and the Bible get accused of being unfair in this way? According to what we read in the Bible, we as Christians believe that men and women are completely equal in value and worth. God created both men and women to resemble Him. Genesis 1:27. God created humans in His own image. In the image of God, He created them. Male and female, He created them. Neither one is more important than the other. Both were designed to work together with the unique strengths that come from both genders. Now, just because guys and girls are equal, it doesn't mean they're the same. There are certain abilities and purposes that God has given to each gender. Example, guys are generally stronger, and they can use that ability to help protect people. Girls are generally great at multitasking, and can use that skill to help a whole team finish a project. 1 Corinthians 11:11. But among the Lord's people, women are not independent of men, and men are not independent of women. In fact, when the Bible was written, husbands living in that culture were shocked to read in the Bible that God wanted them to protect, love, and honor their wives. Most people thought women were like property or possessions, instead of equally valued children of God. 1 Peter 3:7. In the same way, you husbands must give honor to your wives. Treat your wife with understanding as you live together. She may be weaker than you are, but she is your equal partner in God's gift of new life. Treat her as you should, so your prayers will not be hindered. Now consider the amazing roles that God gave women and men to play in the story of Jesus. God chose a young woman and a young man to be the parents of His perfect Son. In His travels, Jesus met many women who were sick, sinning, or struggling, and He spoke to them with kindness and compassion, even though it was very unusual for a man to do so at that time. Along with a few women, Jesus chose 12 men to be His followers, who would later be so devoted to the message of Jesus that almost every one of them was killed for spreading the gospel. Jesus raised a man from the dead and a little girl. He visited women in their homes. He healed blind men and men who couldn't walk. He stopped to cure a woman who had an unclean illness. He used a boy's lunch to feed thousands. He allowed a sinful woman to anoint His feet, and He wasn't afraid of men who had leprosy. When Jesus rose from the dead, the first people He revealed Himself to were women. He gave women the responsibility of being the very first bringers of the good news. This point in particular is so remarkable because at that time, a woman wasn't even allowed to testify in court, because legally, her word would not be trusted. God trusted women with this very special assignment. Now, is it right for guys or girls to say that their gender is superior or brag about what their gender is better at? No, God made all of us and He wants all of us to treat each other with respect. Don't join in with your friends or with our culture when they say that one is better than the other. God loves men and women equally, and He has amazing roles for everyone to play in the church and in the sharing of the gospel.